Josh was talking about the selflessness of this group. Have you noticed this group being more selfless this season?
Yeah, I think we're willing to go out and do anything to help anybody. Whether it's Mondre running, we always willing to block. And I think just as receivers, the ball don't come to us 60-minute game. So at any given point, the ball can come to you. But just staying within it. I think we all understand that at any given time, the ball can go to anybody, and I think that's part of the offense too. So I like that. Like you said, selflessness. So
yeah. How much do you enjoy working with Josh McDaniels?
I think it's cool. I feel like he always one step ahead when it comes to anything. Even on Sundays, we kind of got a good understanding of what they gonna run on certain down and distances. So it's always an advantage for us, and I think he do a tremendous job of putting us in situations to be great. So I think, yeah, great.
Where do you think that selflessness comes from this season? Is it Josh? Is it Todd Downing? Is it the veteran leadership? What do you think it is?
I think everybody play a part in it, but I think deep down within you control it. So you can either be selfish or not. So but I think everybody support each other too. So it's no selfishness.
It's like you really have a knack for just being ready when there is, a deep ball coming your way. You can go and make it an explosive play. Is that something that's always kind of been a part of your repertoire? How do you stay ready for a play like that?
I think you always stay ready just so you don't got to get ready. But like I tell people, deep ball is not always about speed. A lot of guys think just because maybe you run a 4-3, 4-2, you can just always take the top off. I don't think that's really part of the game because I think technique beats speed, honestly, if you ask me. But I think it's just knowing how to run routes and get a good understanding of how to get open. So I think I do a tremendous job of that, because I'm not the fastest, but I always find a way to get past. So. Yeah.
Kayshon, when did you realize that you had hands? When did you realize that you wanted to be a receiver for a living?
So it's crazy because I was a running back my whole life, all the way to sophomore year of high school. That was my first time ever running a route. So probably been a receiver 7 years now. But I think now if you look at Little League football, it's changing a lot. You got little kids throwing the ball 40, 50 yards, and just the game evolving. So I think I would say since sophomore year, I always knew I wanted to be a receiver. So,
how energized do you get after moments like that where you catch a deep touchdown, especially in front of the whole crowd?
I think it's cool. I was sitting back looking back at it the other day. Just being on the road 3 weeks in a row and performing the way I was, then to come back home and get a touchdown too, feel the love from the fans, just everything like that. So it's a great feeling.
Josh talks about the process and enjoying it, no matter the outcome. The outcomes have been good this season, especially over the last 2 years. So how enjoyable has the process been this year?
It's been great. Like you said, 4-13 the past 2 years, and now we in week 8 and going to week 9, sitting here at 6-2, 2 seed. But try not to get too high, too low. Just take it week by week. We got a good opponent this week, so I think that's our focus for right now. So.
Kayshon, Drake dressed up as Pokemon Dragonite the other day at the Halloween party, describing that he could circle the world in 16 hours, can fly freely over raging seas with very little trouble, known as one of the strongest Pokemons, and can absorb the first hit, making it very difficult to knock out in an early battle. Does that sound like him?
I guess so. It might be. I don't know about that one, but it might be.
How much do you enjoy his personality?
I think he cool. Not really a talkative guy at first, but I think kind of when you get to know him, he cool. So just talking to him more has been great. So.
He said he has no swag when he was asked Sunday about the individual entrances. Do you think Drake may have swag?
No, I told him he didn't have swag. So we was at practice, and I think we was in the huddle one day, and I was just like, damn, you really don't got no swag. And I told him he got to change something up. So I think he tried to do it for game day, but I think we kind of helped him with his what he was going to do when he was coming out. So I think he just did this and left it at that. So I think that was part of the whole swag thing. So.
And he couldn't slide the other day too, right? He had difficulties with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've been telling him to slide too, as we all know, he big for our team too. So just trying to make sure he stay healthy is the main focus. But we're still working on it. So.
Do you really need swag if you can ball?
I think it depends what position. Yeah, what you talk about. I think that's a fair answer. So. Yeah.
Thank you.
Halloween movie. Oh, I would have to say Jason versus Freddy. Yeah. A little classic. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You dressing up this year?
No way. No way. Not a chance. I'm just gonna rob all the rookies' candy.
You guys going up against a pretty good passing defense this weekend. What's the challenge in you that you can see?
Just obviously, blocking the front to start with that, and giving Drake time to throw the ball and process through the defense. But also, obviously communicating up front with the different looks that they bring, and obviously the talented front they have. They spent, a lot of draft picks up front and things like that, and so being able to control the controllable, and obviously being great on first and second down, so it's manageable on third down.
Do you guys pay attention to win streaks? Like, is that in the back of your mind?
No, not at all. I mean, it's the next game. Obviously, your job is to go out there and get the win. We prepare to win every day, and we work hard to do that. But you don't want to get caught up on it because obviously, you got to line up between those lines on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. It has the opportunity to win. So.
What is it like watching Drake mature in the game?
It's magical. He the details that he plays with, and obviously the professionalism he brings every day, just to want to get better himself, but to make everybody else better around him. So having a guy like that under center that commands greatness out of the offense, but does it in a way that is in his own way. And when you have a guy that's able to do that, you're able to feed off of him.
Why does everyone think that Marcus Bryant is going to have the best costume tomorrow?
Because it's Marcus Bryant. That's why. It's Marcus.
We any inside info on what he's breaking out?
I'm sure there'll be a couple of photos floating around in the next couple of days for sure. So we'll see. We'll see.
Drake is like going to air one out. Maybe it's going to be, like a big explosive play. Is there a moment of like confidence that you guys have? Sometimes with quarterbacks when they're making a deep play like that, it's kind of like, okay, you got to hold your breath for a minute. But with him, do you feel like it's been different because he's been so successful so far?
I mean, obviously our job is to block the people in front of us. So, when you have an opportunity to get a play call and, you get a chunk play like that, obviously it's what you want as an offensive lineman. But his play ability just to be able to run the ball and obviously be great in the pass as well gives us a different aspect of the game when it's third down. It keeps the rushers at bay, kind of keeps the guys in their gaps and allows him to maneuver and obviously find guys. He's done that well this year. Is just maneuvering out the pocket but still keeping his eyes downfield and being able to strike a 30-yard, 40-yard pass on the money. So when you have a quarterback that's able to do that, it strikes a different aspect of the game.
How much growth have you seen in the run game in recent weeks, and do you feel like it's kind of starting to give its stride?
Yeah, obviously, we've detailed the hell out of it. And I said this earlier, it takes all 11. It's not just the offensive line. We got willing blockers. You look at Mac Hollins that comes in there and cracks safety and linebackers and things like that. Diggs getting in there, throwing his shoulder in there. When you get all 11 to, operate as smoothly as it's been in the last couple of weeks. And obviously, we have more room to grow as an offense and as a team. So when you have that aspect and that mindset, it's a winning opportunity.
Did Steph judge your touchdown dance celebration?
Hopefully if I do get fined, he's paying it. So, no, you're welcome.